Hey, good morning. This is not what I expected this morning. I want first of all to acknowledge that it's 6:10 and I'm late, but I also want you to know that it's 6 o'clock. Indy and I were like ready to rock and roll on Facebook Live, and for some reason, I got a message saying, "Yes, we've restricted your use of Facebook Live for now, so you don't make any big mistakes." It's temporary, but for now, you're in Facebook jail. I've never had that happen with Facebook Live before. I do not have the rights to any music except music that Indy and I make, and we make beautiful music together. Good morning, Indy! And welcome, y'all, to Morning Coffee with Sandy. Bum, 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 bum. You know who wrote Can Can?
Orphanbach or somebody?
No, the show Can Can.
Oh,
Cole Porter.
was that right?
Yeah, that's right. And we're celebrating Cole Porter today. He died on this day a whole long time ago. But he wrote Kiss Me Kate. He wrote Can Can. He wrote so many shows. But you know what? He wrote one of my favorite shows because I starred in it at the Hermosa Beach Community Theater. He wrote Anything Goes. Yeah, baby. Anything goes. So, yeah. I was Reno Sweeney in Anything Goes. I know you won't believe this, Cindy, because we just had this conversation yesterday.
Mhm.
I had to play a vampy, sexy role. It's just not my thing, but I did it, and I was sort of vampy and sexy. It was okay. Um,
So he was also, I mean, he was most known as a composer in all of his songs, right?
right,
Yeah.
right. But
No, I was just thinking of that as I didn't even realize he was that much of a musical producer. That the shows. When I was a kid, we went to band camp, and every evening at band
wait a minute,
camp,
wait a minute. When Indy was a kid, he went to band camp.
and,
I just
and
wanted to make sure y'all got that.
and every evening at band camp, all the kids would get together, and we would, we'd do a chorus, and we would sing Cole Porter songs. I mean, we were in Indiana after all.
After all.
Yeah.
That's really funny. Well, the
Just one of
cold,
those things. Just a lovely.
just
I can
one
sit
of
down
those
here,
things. Night and day, you are the one. I get no kick from champagne.
Magnifique. Anything goes.
Yeah,
You're on top.
there is a dark, secluded place. Is that him too? Maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, Cole Porter songbook. Every famous singer has done that. I see Tracy found us here.
Well,
Yay!
I kept her posted.
Yeah, that's from the American Pie movie. Then this one day, a band camp, right? That's American Pie. I'm with the guy who went to band camp
And had the American Pie experiences.
and had all those American Pie experiences, apparently.
That was the best thing about band camp was girls. They didn't have that at Boy Scout camp.
That's right. That's what they said it on American Pie. That was the best thing about band camp. And the girls said the same thing. Girl Scout camp didn't have a lot of boys either.
There's a nice little Cole Porter tune called "Let's Do It."
Bees do it.
Uh,
I turned it off. Let's do it. Let's fall in love. Did you do the whole flute thing? No, you didn't play flute.
no, I played trumpet.
Not that flute.
No.
He played trumpet.
Dude, yeah.
He blew harder. Yeah, that was it. Okay, we're going to move right along right now. We went out to dinner last night. We don't do that a lot, but we went out to dinner last night. And we went to this place that was filled with loud drunks, wouldn't you say? Inside, around the bar. They were
Yes,
partying big. Not what I was up to last night, but we sat outside, not away from the crowds and the fray. And the menu was so much fun. The menu was sitting at your mother's house in 1955, trying to decide what she was going to make for dinner. Would it be pot roast, or would it be meatloaf, or would it be liver and onions, or would it be fried chicken? Anyway, one of us had a meatloaf sandwich, and the other one ordered a salad with grilled chicken in it, because I'm trying. I'm really trying. And no, we did not stay for dessert. Thank you very much. But it was lovely outside last night. Oh, the weather here, this now, right now, this season is why people come to the desert, because it's like 80 degrees at night, 75 degrees at night. It's so beautiful. So naturally, because it's so beautiful here, as soon as we're done, we're jumping in the shower, packing our clothes, and heading off to LA, where it's overcast until at least noon and then cold at night. It's okay. It's okay. It's going to be a phenomenal, phenomenal weekend. Um, Marlene, you found us here too, and Ginny, you found us too. So you heard we had a little problem getting here this morning, but thank goodness here we are back in the saddle again. I don't have the rights to that song either. What can I say? Oh yeah, it's Richard Carpenter's birthday. He and his sister Karen, you remember that duo, right? They had like the sweetest songs. I don't think I'm in the mood for sweet this morning, but yeah, Close to you. We've only just begun. Rainy days and Mondays.
I thought that you were welcoming people and we'd only just begun. You let them
Oh, we've only just begun. You haven't really missed that much yet. Yeah, thank you. That was perfect. Today's I Love Lucy Day. Did you know that? I did not. In Premiered in 1951. I remember the episode when little Ricky was born. That like the whole world waited to hear, was it a boy or was it a girl? And it was little Ricky. It was, look, she was actually quite beautiful, quite talented. She was a great dancer too, by the way. And there was this whole thing when they wanted to give her her own show. There was this whole thing with, well, she only wanted her own show on TV if her husband could, her real life husband could play her husband. And they said, no, they didn't think that would work because they didn't think that the public would accept a guy who was like not all American with this all American sweetie of theirs, like that. I'm trying to give you more light on me in here, but oh, this is the theme song from I Love Lucy. I knew it sounded familiar. I did not know it had words. I love Lucy. Lucy loves me. Okay, it was pretty amazing. You know that, right? Yeah. Her favorite was oh yeah, everybody loves that one. When Lucy and Ethel were on they were working at the candy company on the conveyor belt, and the candy got ahead of them, and so they were shoving it in their mouths, and yeah, that was. I like the one where they were yeah, a little bit of vitamin, the vitamin thing. And the one where isn't it funny that we all know all of these? How about the one where she was stomping grapes?
Oh, yeah.
That was classic. There were so many classics. I Love Lucy. Mwah. We do love you. Yeah, you were awesome. Oh, I needed coffee this morning.
I won't stay there long enough.
I won't. Oh no, too late. Indy is showing me pictures of Lucy and Desi, and Lucy with her from the chocolate factory one.
With Ricky licking it off.
With Ricky licking off the chocolate, right? Yeah. It's also National Grouch Day. Yeah. It's National Grouch Day. So I think the thing to do today is not be a grouch, but point out to grouches that it's I Love Lucy Day. And maybe that'll like turn it around for them. What else is going on today? Oh, it's the 16th, right? 15th, I mean. Today or tomorrow. They said it's the weekday closest to October 16th. Right, because tomorrow you couldn't celebrate because it's National Bosses Day. It's National Bosses Day. Yeah. Okay, so it's also 1935. Barry Maguire was born in 1935, and this was his number one hit single in 1965, and it was kind of like it was the song that we sang in 65. This was, like the Vietnam thing, and we're on the eve of destruction. I think in every generation, every age, I don't have the rights to this song, by the way. It just happens to be playing in the background. Um, I think in every generation, we somehow think that we're on the eve of destruction. Don't you think?
There are currently 239 million people who've died from AIDS around the world, from COVID around the world.
238 million?
Have, I'm sorry, have contracted it. Well, let's see, 4,873,000 have died. 4 million.
Almost 5 million people have died. COVID or COVID related, I suppose that's probably included in there, right?
Direct COVID deaths. Direct COVID deaths.
Direct COVID deaths.
721,000 in the United States.
We've lost 721,000 people just right here in the U.S. We are on the eve of destruction, my friends. Put that mask on. So I want to share this with you.
4.2% of the world's population, and we have 33% of the world's deaths from COVID.
Did you hear those numbers? That's ridiculous. So I'm at this restaurant last night, right? We get there and I see a friend of mine. So, and I haven't seen her in a little while. So I went running over and we were, hugging and blah, blah, blah and talking. And she said to me, she belongs to the tennis club, by the way. And the tennis club, which has always been not exactly what you would call
diverse. Where you go?
Yeah, it's pretty rich old people. It's kind of pretty much what it is, okay?
Rich old white people.
Rich old white people. Like me, right? Anyway, they passed on information to us that starting as soon as the big tournament is over, you will not be allowed on the grounds of the tennis club unless you are vaccinated. That is huge, my friends, because I can't tell you how many people at the tennis center were not vaccinated. But they made a ruling that you A, had to be vaccinated to go to the tournament and prove it, and B, when the tournament is over, you can't even walk on the grounds unless you're double vaccinated. So she said to me, "So you'll be happy to know I'm vaccinated." "You're what?" She said, "Yeah, it's not that I didn't trust the vaccine. I didn't like anyone telling me that I had to do it." I said, "Really? Do you wear seatbelt? Do you follow speed limit signs?"
They won't let me ride a bicycle on the tennis garden's grounds.
That's right. I mean, there are rules and laws on the planet to protect you and others. This is one of those, my friends. I'm sorry. We can fight about this until the cows come home. And I know there are some of you who heartily disagree with me. But for crying out loud, this is like, okay, I'll get off my high horse on this one. Let's move on. Anyway, my friend Terry got vaccinated and dang me. I said, look, I'm not going to gloat. I'm not going to do any of that. I'm just going to tell you I am so happy to know that. It's the anniversary. Oh, I wanted to share that with you again. Where is it? I know it's here somewhere. Where did I put? Oh, I guess I can't. It's the anniversary, the birthday of the Statue of Liberty is what it is. Yeah.
You know the lyrics of this song? Anything goes?
Yeah, I had to sing it.
Really? When every night that's smart is intruding in nudist parties and studios, anything goes?
Yeah, anything goes. I told you I played a vamp, for crying out loud. Anything goes. Yeah.
I'm surprised at Cole Porter. I never heard this part. We didn't do this in band camp.
Hey, The Godfather, Mario Puzo, who wrote The Godfather. Did you know he also wrote the screenplay for Superman? Yeah. Don't you love when I bring you this kind of great trivia? Here's the problem. I can't read the comments here because they're teeny tiny on YouTube. I can finally read your coffee cup. Oh, yeah. Is it much bigger because of this? Give me coffee and tell me I'm pretty. Ginny, we haven't been allowed to get the booster yet. Yeah. Oh, and yes, we have this like access thing on our phones now that say we can go places, whatever.
Oh, that's clear.
Clear, yeah.
We're waiting for the Moderna booster, which should be out.
Seriously, Tracy says her son went to a ball game last week, a few weeks ago. They didn't require anything. That really surprises me. But then it is outside, but you're so close together.
Which ball game? Where is this?
I
California?
no, in Seattle. Oh yeah. Oh, we talked about it yesterday. But tonight we're going to see the Eagles, and the guy we're going to see the Eagles with is a huge, huge Kings fan. I forgot to tell you that. He like goes to all the Kings games, so we're gonna have him give us some some hockey tips. Right. Oh, thank you for saying I'm pretty. Oh, I'm not prettier than you, Tracy. At least I don't think so, but since I've never seen you, I don't know. Friday. Marlene, that's great. Instead of Friday, Marlene calls it Friday. Friday! Woohoo! Yeah, Indy does not see patients on Fridays. No, he doesn't. His weekend is like officially going on. Jimi Hendrix. I thought this was so cool. Jimi Hendrix in 1965 signed his first recording concert, and his contract, get this, was for $1. $1 and 1% of the royalty, 1% royalty on everything sold that had to do with him. I think he probably did just fine, even in that short time that he lived, right?
I wonder if that was pretty standard at the time.
I don't know if it was standard, but when he got to England, he was nobody.
Yeah.
You know, it was like when he got to England that he really started taking off.
Well, his career only lasted about 4 years.
Yeah, yeah, well. Do you think it was an accident?
What?
His death.
I don't know anything about his death.
Oh, okay. Well, then we won't go there. But speaking of death, also on this day, but back in 1917, that sexy, beautiful Dutch exotic dancer, Mata Hari, she died. So how did she die?
Dancing to Jimi Hendrix music?
Dancing to Jimi Hendrix? No. She was put in front of a French firing squad for being caught as a German spy. But get this, wait a minute. As she was being shot, she took off her blindfold and blew a kiss to the people who were about to shoot her. Wow. She was, she was a ballsy baby. She was pretty tough. Oh, okay. I love this. Timothy and Celeste Keys. They were twins, born in 1994. Timmy and Celeste, right? You know what's cool about them?
What about them? Never heard of them.
They were born 3 months apart.
Oh, about that.
Timmy came early and Celeste came on time, and it was the longest amount of time between the birth of twins. Can you imagine what that mama was going through? She finally popped one out, and then she had to be pregnant for 3 more months. I mean, at that point, you're done.
She said, you know what she said?
What'd she say?
I thought it was going to be right there.
Oh, good golly.
What?
What are we playing here?
Yeah. It's just a Little Richard.
Little Richard, 1956. Okay, now, did you get those words? This is my trivia for Little Richard today. They banned this song for quite a while because the words are, good golly, Miss Molly, she sure liked to ball.
Yeah.
It was considered very, very, what's the word? Dirty, yeah. It was like Smutsville. And it became one of the most popular songs Little Richard or anybody else ever did.
The same reaction white people had to rap music. Too dirty, it's got all that bad stuff.
Yeah, it's dirty, it's filthy. Okay, let me see if I left anything out. Black Panther Party started today by, speaking of rap music, Huey B. Newton and Bobby Seale, 1966. I remember it well. And it was kind of a sad time for me, I'm not going to lie. 1967, I moved into the dorms at UCLA, and I reconnected with an old buddy of mine from junior high school in LA who happened to be Black. And we became good friends all over again and started hanging out. And my friend in the dorm started dating one of his best friends. So the four of us were going everywhere together. We were freshmen in high school. We were just having a great time. Then the two guys joined the Black Panther Party, and they were told they weren't allowed to hang out with white girls anymore. Yeah. I thought that was so sad. We were friends. And they just dumped us like hot potatoes. Apologized, told us what they were going to do, and then disappeared from our lives. It was very sad.
The ballad or the bullet.
Yeah, whatever. We were pretty angry. We understood the Black Panther thing. We were fine with that. But they dumped us. We weren't their friends anymore. Made me sad.
Even when you tried to reach out, they wouldn't be there.
I'll be there. I don't have the rights to this song. I probably will never have the rights to this song. But the Four Tops did it so well that it reached number one in 1966, the same year we're talking about. Okay, come on, seriously. Reach out. Reach out to me, baby. On my portal, I get pictures, and my portal is right next to me, and it's got the greatest picture up. I had to copy it because it was so good. It was a product that came out called Grilled Cheese Made Easy. I'm sorry. Could there be anything easier to make than grilled cheese? I'm looking at it, I'm laughing all over again. I remember in junior high school, we had to take home ec, and the first thing that they had us cook in the kitchen, you're going to love this, was cinnamon toast. It's like, seriously now? Seriously now? You're going to teach me how to mix cinnamon and sugar and sprinkle it on buttered toast? Whoa, I feel like I just got a head enlargement. I'm so brilliant. Seriously. Grilled cheese made easy. What a product. I wonder how they did with that. Oh, I wish I could read your comments. Here too, you've seen it, okay? Thank you. Thank you. I'm not crazy.
Boiling water made simple.
I used to have a can of instant water or instant air or something like that, and I kept it.
Dehydrated water.
That's what it was. I had a big can of dehydrated water that I used to keep in my pantry with all the other canned goods, and never said a word about it. I'd let people discover it just by themselves. Yeah. What's the recipe for the... Oh, please. Please, where are we? Red, red wine. Is that what this is? Here's the thing, though. Red, red wine was Neil Diamond's song. But when UB40 came out with this in 1988, this is kind of for you, Marlene. When UB40 came out with this in 1988, it went to number one. Red, red wine. I like that.
They did this reggae version.
Kind of a reggae version. Thank you, Marlene. I knew you'd like this. It's for you, darling. Okay, but I think this was, seriously, I think the next song was on your list of one-hit wonders, wasn't it? Debbie's song?
I was trying to avoid playing that.
Oh, okay, you don't have to play it. We'll just talk about it. In 1977, my friend Pat's little girl, Debbie Boone, had a major hit with the syrupiest song on the planet. You Light Up My Life? Seriously? Seriously? Anyway, apparently America loved it because it was number one for 10, count them, 10 weeks. Yeah, and as a punishment, she never had another number one song. That's what I say. Because honestly, it's just too syrupy. I would much rather listen to something like this, which I do not have the rights to. But it is an awesome song, and it just happens to be playing in the background. And it's old. Hey, it's time for the word art of the day, right? It's a thank you. It's a gratitude this morning. It's a thank you to our furry friends. And it's kind of a tribute to my little Coco, our little Coco. Actually, Indy's little Coco, because Indy had Coco forever. And I've only been in his life for, like 5 years. So yes, we had to bury little Coco. She was just the sweetest, most. I hated Chihuahuas until I met Coco and Gloria. And then I became a major fan. And she was just the sweetest thing. But she's no longer with us. So today's word art is a thank you to our furry friends. Because without them, I don't think we'd even really, really get what unconditional love is. Those little guys and those little gals, they're there all the time. I can leave the house for 5 minutes and get a greeting as if I'd been gone for a lifetime. And when little Bailey jumps up in the bed and cuddles me in the morning and jumps all over me, he's at my feet sleeping just right now. I love this little guy. And I've loved him since day one. All right, so here's what I invite you to do. I know it's probably going to, what do you call it? Jam the airways, jam Facebook. I invite you to put up pictures under today's word art of your of it's this Doris Day. Patty Page. They sound a lot alike. Do hope that doggy's for sale. I must take a trip to California and leave my poor doggy alone. Okay, you get the idea. Today, I invite you, please, and tell your friends, post pictures of your furry friend, living or not. My heart goes out to all of us because we know how important those little furry friends are. Ginny says she sings this to Chloe, who is almost the same age as Bailey, apparently. We got them like within a week or two of each other. All right, my friends. Have the best weekend ever. I'll be reporting, not probably live from the Eagles concert, but I'll tell you all about it tomorrow. And then on Sunday, I'll tell you all about the gala on Saturday. It's going to be like an amazing weekend over in this house. I hope yours is too. Write me. Tell me what's going on. Okay, Indy?
Yeah.
You ready? All right, let's do this. Wait, when we do this on YouTube, I can turn this all the way and we can actually have a sip and a smile. I will see you from beautiful Hermosa Beach, California tomorrow morning. Bye-bye, my friends.